Hello, folks. Welcome to another episode with Ultra Neil. So, obviously, you've seen my TikTok video. Hopefully, I'll put a link in below on my TikTok video. So, we're going to look at this company today regarding it. Transatlantic by Henry Spencer. Just let me close these down. Okay, I can't hide my chat. Fuck. Okay. So Henry Spencer of Custard Transatlantic Company. Now this guy is Danish. He's roughly around 29. And over the past probably half an hour, I was going to wait for a week to get more evidence, but obviously I'm probably going to do a couple of parts. So Henry, I'm not going to disclose his real name, but he is Danish. He is roughly 29 years old, possibly 30. Is literally running a very toxic, controlling, and community for minors, for young teens and late teens and that lot. And to be honest, some of the stuff I've been reading in messages is pretty bad. So, without further ado, I'm doing this off my bit of disclosure and not cross the T's, not the I's. I'm doing this off my own feedback. I have no affiliation or been paid or anything like that to make this video. I'm doing this video solely because of I believe these are safeguarding issues, underlining of cyberbullying, harassment, and bullying of a minor or minors in potentially this case. Also, a disclaimer that this will be probably going to legal proceedings because this is I've not seen this bad, especially with minors. Background about me is I've been running communities since I'm 14, 15. Learned self-taught most of UK law and global law about copyright and child safeguarding and relevant legislation since I was 15. It's all self-taught. I'm no means qualified lawyer or anyone in a professional capacity. I'm just going off what my knowledge is of the laws and conducts and protocols, and obviously what I'm seeing and what physical evidence I've got. So, with that being said, let's jump into it. So, obviously, this is about Custard Gaming. So, these are a few of the things. So, this is between one of the chairmen and one of the chief engineers. And this is all about, from my TikTok video, about this small community. This small community has just been going constantly harassed and made out to be like Satan, like pretty much like. So, I'll tell you. So the group is blacklisted, and of course I can understand curiosity. Now, this chairman, I've spoken to him personally. Well, obviously when I was getting information, and he's okay. He's sound. And obviously his first one and blah 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 blah. So it's like just general stuff, and then this guy started like, so below decks 2 is the other community what he's a part of. Now, in my opinion and my knowledge, my experience is these are games. There's nothing wrong with people or minors playing different games and different communities. Yes, there is a point where like staff and that law, like obviously conflicts of interest. But if you're just playing the game to enjoy it, there's no problem. So obviously, I mean, so I was informed, and blah 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 blah, that he was playing Blow Decks 2. Yeah. So, so it's literally just like, right. So obviously, the HR guy is literally straight to the point, and then obviously the chairman's being a bit nice about it. Yeah. So let's go to the next one. have multiple times staff aren't allowed to interact with their group. So first point why I'm looking at this is that this bigger community, Custard Transatlantic, is somewhat trying to protect itself from other communities now, and they're using excuses what are not kind of valid. They're just kind of like chucking crap at a fan and hoping it sticks, or chucking crap at a wall and hoping it sticks. And it's a form of controlling and bullying at the end of the day. And like obviously like they're saying that like he's going to receive a written warning, his medals because he is interacting with this small community. Now this was a couple of months ago. This initially was. That's wrong. So because of him wanting to interact with another community, like, and he put it plainly. So let me get this straight. I lose a medal just for playing a silly Lego Roblox game and forgetting to leave the game. Is that correct? Well, you could put it that way. However, by doing it, you have violated company rules and any medals, and you will lose your medals. Blah blah. So it's just literally like, and then there's other people saying like how bad the game is, and um like the companies don't make your company look bad. And then like this is why I want to do this video straight away. So this is Henry Spencer. He is 29. The person in this, chief engineer Joe Anna's Titanic, yeah, he's 17. And how he's talking to a minor is like, honestly, like, you wouldn't do that to a minor, 17 or not. If under 18s are still classed as minors, doesn't matter if you're 17, you're still a minor in the eyes of the law. And he's saying, "Oh, we'll force you to put on a maize uniform." So all the time now, joking or not, you shouldn't be saying this to a minor. And when you're doing this to a minor and you're a grown ass adult, like that is safeguarding issues right there. And like it's bad. It's like what's wrong with you talking to a minor saying, "Oh, well, let's force you into a maid's outfit," like and then obviously people start joining in, like obviously chairman. I think he'll be getting some tips from that. And they would like split it amongst all crew members. Then obviously John, let's call him John, said Brian and Femboy. And then Spencer says, "Well, we used to have the problem with Martin dressing as a maid and banging all the guests for money. But putting aside, how weird is it that he enjoyed it so much we got some great reviews out of it?" It's like this 29-year-old is, I'm sorry, I'm just getting angry over it, like just reading it, because like this guy should be locked up because he shouldn't be talking to an under 18 like that. It's like, or talk like, and this community has younger people in it, like the age is from 13 plus. So if he's talking to a 17-year-old so openly and with this language and this type of language of sexualizing this 17-year-old, what's he doing with the younger kids? Like, as I say, this is my own opinions. This is what I've gone. And then obviously this one, like again, this Henry Spencer. How's your book still healing? By the way, bro, we've been worried. You know what I mean? Like, there's minors looking at these chats now. Like, let's get another one up from this guy. So this, let me just open this up. Give me a minute. So this is because he was in this small community, yeah. Blah 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 blah. Like explicit behavior over time. You see, the explicit behavior I kind of laugh at when the president or that Harvey Spencer, who runs the company, is also acting in explicit behavior, but he's okay with it because he's the owner. And then obviously ties with forbidden member of the community, and they're talking about obviously the owner of the other community. So this is with the HR guy. Not the reason why you was fired because you have contact with NG even the warning. I wasn't warned on why they get kicked from the server. Like this company is just full of abuse, in my opinion, and just like it's just like I'll get to what I think at the end because like the stuff needs to be happening with this. Like, and there's another one here. For what I understand, you're a warm blood and like. Like it's like they don't give a shit. They don't give a shit. This community, like this community, is so toxic. Like as I say, some of the guys who I talk to is sound. They're just trying to keep their heads down and that lot. But um, it's like no, that one. Sorry. No, I read that one. No, that one. Sorry. Um, like it's just bad. Now I'll get you to the obviously the stuff with me. Let me find it. So this is the first one. Let me bring this over. So let me just increase this. Let me just minimize that so I can drag them over. There we are. So obviously, I'm obviously messaging them because like I am the community manager of Sunset Studios. I wasn't gonna lie to him. Because the reason why I was the community manager is because with my past experience of obviously running communities and being in IRL like revolve around safeguarding. So obviously, like I know what and what not to do, and I do tell people off when they do it. So obviously, I've started off professionally. It's like saying like I respect what like the rights of obviously telling them they can't do it, but it's a game. At the end of the day, it's a game. You should be able to. You should be able to do it. So obviously this is sort of further down. I've just took snippets of it. Um, so obviously I'm saying um, like I've been involved in over 20 years. What I have done, I'm not lying to him at any point. I've been doing this since Army 2 days when I was 15. I'm 36 now. Like I've been full circle around communities. I've been in charge of communities, been high up in communities. I know how a community works, and I know how. And obviously with my RL jobs, like with swim teaching, youth club worker. Obviously, like you know about all about safeguarding. Like it's just drilled into you, and it's just let me find this other one. Right, and then the like here we are. So there was like you might not be how big as like because obviously like the community what obviously sunsets and blow decks. It's a relaxed community. Like I prefer structure. Like we do hardly involve because like we just lost a good member of our old community manager. So uh like and I did join, and 4 days later was made staff 3 days after I was made community manager because I showed initiative. I know how to do this stuff, and they come to me, not the community. Like so, like obviously, people trust me to sort this out and deal with it. Let me get this one up. So this is the big one. So This is what Henry Spencer message in the ticket opened up. And I'll read it out. The owner of Sunset NG is a lifetime blacklisted for all communities for stalking, abuse, harassment, and multiple members of this community. On multiple occasions, after multiple warnings, this is not a disagreement. Oh, that is not a disagreement. Sorry, you can't spell. As you put it, that is criminal behaviour. He is at best mentally unstable, and we view him as a danger to minors that are in the community. He has multiple occasions used other people to join this and bypass his blacklisting and carry out his abusive behaviour towards members of all levels and ages. We will in no possible allow our members to be targeted by a deprived lunatic so hell bent on revenge from his own doing. This is ready to that he is ready to weaponize minors. Sorry about that. To cause more conflict. This is the reason why we have over years have forced to take harsher and harsher stands on him. And seeing how he apparently sends grown adults into kids' communities to pressure us into pressure us is beyond disgusting. And it is clear we'll have to go public with this. Please advise members that policy has updated so that members of this community is blacklisted as well. I'm not going to allow abuse of towards kids or anyone supporting that has no place here. Henry, you're doing it yourself. Clearly, you're doing it yourself. Now, I will put the record straight. Yeah, okay. I am a grown adult. Yeah, but to be honest, so is he. And I wasn't pressuring him whatsoever. I just wanted to understand the reason behind it and the solution. Because I always say to myself, at the end of the day, these are games, these are whatever. Like, why can't you just get along with each other? Like, yeah, if you have your differences, but you shouldn't be taking out on other members. Our members at Below Decks 2 and Sunset, they're allowed to do whatever they want. If they want to go off and do something similar to us, so be it. Like you can be part of both things. Don't matter what position you're in. Go nuts, yeah. But it's when this guy, 29ish, grown ass adult, is acting like a 3-year-old and saying obscene comments to minors. I think you need to look at yourself, mate. Honestly, like the stuff what I've got, that's only the tip of the iceberg. If I spend another couple of weeks on this, I could probably get a lot more. And like, let's but at this time let's dive into obviously the message. What is okay? So first off, he's calling NG mentally unstable. Yep. By the way, NG is a minor as well. So grown ass adult is calling NG, the owner of Sunset, mentally unstable. Yeah. And a lunatic. So straight off the bat, that is cyberbullying. He's cyberbullying minors. What is in the eyes of certain countries, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but in his country, I'm sure cyberbullying and minors is a form of child abuse. So, like, mm, like he's not helping himself. Um, like he's a danger, and like they view him as a danger to minors that are in the community. Yeah, I've knew NG for quite a bit now, and he's not a lunatic. He's not mentally unstable. He's Canadian, but that's about it. Like, Canadians are a bit mental because they're Canadians. But I digress. At the end of the day, what he's saying there is completely false. He's completely hell bent. Like, I'm pretty much feel like he's saying this about himself. Like, for instance, like I like this sounds to me like he's writing about himself. Like instead of owner of Sunset NG, it's the owner of Custard, Henry. Like, you know what I mean? Like what I've seen, like, and what I've read and what I've heard his own members saying that he is bullying them. He's like using sexual and vulgar language. when there's minors present. Like it's like you just don't do it. You just don't bloody do it. Now, there's one thing I forgot to mention. What I have mentioned in the TikTok video, what I will post after this is uploaded, is that this Henry Spencer is trying to, and it kind of shows how deluded he is trying to copyright claim his game, or games, should I say. And at the end of the day, I've been in both his game and obviously I go into Sunset's game. The concept is the same, i.e., it's a ship was powered by steam, coal, and electricity. The mechanics are somewhat similar because how many different ways can you shovel coal into a furnace? How many ways can you generate steam? How many different ways can you make the steam generate power? You know what I mean? There's not a lot of ways. But NG, Sunset Studios, uses quadruple expansion engines. And a different type of boiler, by the way. They have a firebox and they also have a dampener and a firebox. But you have to shovel. They don't. They also NG also has, obviously I said, quadruple expansion engines. They don't. They have triple expansion engines. The layout of the ship is completely different towards NG's, and to be honest, I must say, Sunset Studios SS Aurora below Decks 2, personal opinion, it's a lot more layout. So someone who's got autism or like got a really fine eye for mechanical engineering, below Decks 2 is a lot better than what they make, because honestly, like, you kind of look where you are where the engines are. You look, and it's honestly, it's just like they went there, it's done. Where NG Sunset Studios is taking longer to develop, but it's a lot more quality life because he's actually using plans from an actual ship called something else, but it's based. But obviously, they called it the SS Aurora, but it's based off an actual ship. The layout, the plans, he's going off. So when they're saying, "Oh, you've copied ours, we're gonna sue you for copyright," don't talk wet. Honestly, it doesn't take a trained monkey to realize there's no copyright thing there. So again, defamation. So like, there's so much stuff this Henry is doing to control his own members, threatening them, um, like using sexual and explicit and vulgar language towards younger members. It's He needs to look at himself in the mirror, because this evidence will be going further to the relevant authorities in his country, and this is not because of what happened between him and Andrew. This is because of my personal opinion on safeguarding children, and this is going to be further no matter what. This is like, something needs to be done, because people like this should not be online with minors when they can be openly, willingly, like. Now, I don't. I me personally, like, if you're going to talk something like what potentially might be a bit too mature for kids or minors or young adults, young teens, whatever, yeah, do it different ways. Like, just go, like, for instance, like, I was talking to one of my mates who's one of the guys who he's been harassing and using sexualized language towards, and it was like, Steam doesn't have age verification. I was like, it does, because you have to use a credit card to go on certain games. And another guy who's, I know, is a lot younger than him, like I think it was like 2 years younger, said, "What do you mean?" I was like, "I'll tell you when when you're older." There's ways of going about it. You know what I mean? Like, it's like when my cousin or my niece asked me something. It's like, I'm like, yeah, you're too young to understand. Like they'll say something to me, my nephew will say something to me, and I'll be like, "Where the hell have you learnt that from?" It's like Roblox. You know what I mean? It's like, and I turn around and say, "You shouldn't know about that stuff." Like, honestly, do not be saying that again. And like, I have to be the bad guy telling him off because he's learning stuff off Roblox, off other games, off social media, and that lot. And it's wrong. And as adults, we need to protect the younger community members in communities and online. And what Henry Spencer is clearly doing is the opposite. He's like, but anyway, I'm glad I say this is all my personal opinion, but the evidence is there. Please look at it and see for yourself. But like, I will be potentially taking this further to like to the higher authorities because this is this is I feel sick and angry just reading most of these stuff, and then where he has the audacity to say that NG, who is a minor, is doing all this stuff what is clearly false because I know NG and I got to know him. He's anything that like that, and where I'm hearing firsthand and looking at the evidence that this Henry Spencer, who's 29ish, I think he's like 29, 30, the evidence shows that he's actually openly doing it to minors. So it's like, I'll leave you to judge. But apart from that, I will probably do a part two or an update eventually about it once I get more information. But as I say, just if any adult parents are watching and they play Roblox and they're in Custard transatlantic transportation, I'll put that up again. Give me a minute. Which one is it? I think it's that one. If they're in this one, God damn it. Give me a minute. What's it called? What's it called? Give me a minute. I'm trying to think what it's called now. Down in engine. Engine. I can't even spell. Sorry. Down in the engine. Oh, there we are. Down in the engine room. Okay, sorry. And this one made by Custard. Like, friends with this guy. I advise you to let's see if I can't see. Yeah. Please stay away from him. Get your kids or your teens, whatever, to just leave it. If you're a teen in this community, I advise you to leave because honestly, he's, in my opinion, the worst of the worst. But that being said, that's all for me now. I'll give you a later update in the future, and peace out for now.